Good morning, Madam Chairwoman and members of the committee. Thank you for taking my testimony. My name is Robin Nafshi. I am the rabbi at Temple Beth Jacob here in Concord, and I speak in favor of House Bill 455. I am aware that many in the legislature feel very strongly that they are guided by their religious views when making law and public policy for our state, and frequently look to the Bible for assistance in making those decisions. So I want to offer a little bit of insight into the biblical application of the death penalty. When I speak of the Bible, I'm speaking of what Jews call the Hebrew Bible, what Christians often refer to as the Old Testament. Within the Bible itself, there are 21 offenses punishable by death, and yet within the Bible we see absolutely no application of the death penalty. In fact, approximately 2,000 years ago, the ancient rabbis who interpreted the biblical text concluded that the application of the death penalty had never occurred in the Bible, maybe once, at most. And they ruled going forward that in order to apply the death penalty, the prosecution would have to prove that a witness saw an individual about to commit a crime for which the punishment was death. The witness warned the person not to act. The person committed the crime nonetheless, and a minimum of 2 witnesses saw the crime being committed. In other words, Senator Carson, using your own language, they set the bar so high as to create a standard making application of the death penalty impossible. And they in fact tell the story that perhaps a witness testifies he saw a man running after his fellow into a ruin with a sword. He pursued him and found the sword dripping with blood, while the murdered man was writhing in agony. If this is what you saw, the rabbis say, you saw nothing. The witness has to actually see the commission of the crime. Jews, like other religions, are divided in many areas, but in one place we are unanimous. It is in our opposition to the death penalty. We believe firmly that only God is infallible. Human beings will make mistakes and have made mistakes. We've heard the earlier testimony. No evidence has proven the death penalty to be a deterrent, and all human beings possess the power of repentance. As has been said before by other religious presenters, we believe extremely in the Tselem Elohim, the image of God. Each one of us is created, endowed with that possibility of repentance. The modern state of Israel is the only nation in the world that governs in accordance with both democratic and biblical law. It has used the death penalty once. It was not to kill Yigal Amir, who assassinated Prime Minister Rabin. It was not to kill terrorists. No, it was used only to kill Adolf Eichmann after the Nazi war trials. And no matter how heinous a murder is in New Hampshire, I implore you not to sully the memories of 6 million Jews murdered by the hands of the Nazis in killing someone in this state. Judge Lewis, Blake Allison, and others outside of this room have raised the issue of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, that we should take revenge light. It is very clear, according to Jewish law, that an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth is about monetary compensation. We don't actually pop out someone's eye, we don't take teeth out of their mouths, we don't break off limbs, and we certainly don't kill them. It is only about monetary compensation. If the Jewish application of law and the death penalty does not move you or persuade you to vote in favor of this bill, let me offer a little bit more, very briefly, about the fact that 40 nations that either the official recognition of religious recognition as Christianity or had been, or gave special recognition to Christianity as its religion, outlawed the bill. Has outlawed the death penalty. Andorra in 1990, Angola in 92, Argentina in 2008, Benin in 2016, Bolivia 2013, and on and on and on and on it goes. Most recently, I believe in 2016, that was Benin, 2015, Suriname. There are many other nations listed in my testimony. And I would say that even Russia has suspended the imposition of the death penalty since 1996. It has not been officially outlawed, but government after government, including the Putin government, continue to impose the suspension of the death penalty in Russia. Thank you for taking my testimony.
Thank you for being here and your testimony. Other questions? Seeing none, thank you very much. We have 4 people left to speak, all in support of House Bill 455.